hottest, I am your hottest, I am the finest. You weapons, plus you alive.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Bengals coming in at 5-8, going up against the Lions, who come in at 5-9.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On the toss, Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. First and 10, Stafford. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
On second down, here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense lining up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They go back to Riddick. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year with just 357 yards. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Riddick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Play action. Stafford. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Yes. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. Who was the MVP?
Yep, that'll be at 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go play action here on first down. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now they run with Mixon, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And now to the air. Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Riddick with a carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Second down, 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing, Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And Bullock will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. They'll run here with Mixon. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He's going to air one out and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now Riddick. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they try the right side here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Mixon. And some space here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. To throw here, Dalton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton, and a right side completion here by LaFell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Haloti Ngata in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The play clock's running down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, here's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Cincinnati, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.